Right guys, hello. I am back on my travels and I am returning to Bridgemere Garden Centre, so the biggest garden centre in the UK. Last time I visited with a camera, I was on my bike. I was limited to what I could purchase by the size of the back box, and in actual fact I only came back with, I think it was a gooseberry. I went there looking for something that I could turn into an edible bonsai. It's still alive as well. However, now I've got this beast, so the garden centre is my proverbial oyster, if that makes any sense. It would be nice to get a couple of big trees. This is probably going to be my last blowout. Is it? Hypothetically, this is going to be my last big expense of trees from a garden centre for the foreseeable future anyway. So I might get an array of stuff. I will of course take you around with me. I'll show you bits of the garden centre. I'm going to have a trolley which are incredibly noisy, so it won't be a necessarily fluid tour, and it's also raining really badly, so I've got my brolly with me and I've got my microphone for decent sound. So I've got an hour and 15 minutes drive. I will see you when I'm there. Right guys, I am here. You wouldn't believe that 2 days ago I was on a beach sunbathing and got sunburned. In actual fact, it's only 2.5 degrees temperature wise lower, so it's quite warm, but yeah, it doesn't feel that warm. It's a bit of a wind. The rain seems to have stopped, so let's get in. Okay, so this is the sort of main entrance. There's another one further around the side. I'm gonna have to get a trolley, so the noise might be too loud to record much. Decisions. Is this one gonna go straight? Yeah. Okay, so our recorder's going through the main bit. There'll be a little bit of noise, and then I'll wait until I'm near some good content, just so you get an idea of what the entrance looks like. I've got a trolley that only likes turning left, it seems. So if you didn't watch my previous video that I recorded here, this place is absolutely enormous. This is the main walkway. Which goes all the way down there. And there's a big indoor area. On the left hand side, there's lots of larger trees, fruit trees and stuff. On the right, there's jacuzzis, greenhouses, but there's then some fantastic bonsai material. So I'm going to have a slow walk around and get frustrated with this trolley turning one way. And I will stop and start the recording for when I see something that captures my attention. So this has already caught my eye. Wow. So this, I believe, let's have a look what it is. Okay. Similar to my corkscrew hazel. But the trunk in there is ridiculous. Now these do backwood. So I could, do you know what? I think I'm going to provisionally, oh, there's another one. Wow, so this one doesn't look as healthy. But it's got an even crazier base. And it is, as you can probably see there, it is bursting into life. So there's a choice of two. This one, which is really quite thick and then goes wide. And then this one, which is much more vertical. I'm not sure. I mean, this one is ready to burst into life. So, ignoring the lack of leaves, this is ready to go. So it's just the one which I think I could do the most with. And whilst I think this one is probably it's probably the most impressive of the two. I think that one will probably be more straightforward. So that is the one that I'm going for. So, one in the basket and I've travelled 7 meters. So there's absolutely everything you could possibly desire. Apart from a trolley. I want to go straight. So here are the larger trees on the left. I might have a quick scope. Leave the trolley there. Some thick boys. That is a big olive. I've just walked straight first into an enormous cobweb right over my face. Lovely. And then further down this side there's a lot of fruit trees. They've got so many olives. Forgive the audio. Probably nothing. This isn't the area. I'm just giving you a little look. This isn't the area that I really want to get to, though. The area I want to get to. Oh my goodness! I've just walked into another one. The area I want to get to is much further down on the right hand side. So let's go. Okay, so I will record as I go, just in case some of you didn't see the last video, you can get an idea of everything that they've got here. Obviously I'm looking for bonsai material, so of course I've been here before, so I know exactly which part of the centre I'm heading to. Okay, maples I'm always interested in. I'm always interested in hibiscuses as well. It's often been difficult for me to find a single trunk hibiscus which has any sort of potential to it. So these look okay. How much are these? Can't see. Oh, £20 for the larger ones, and £12.99 for the smaller ones. There's nothing that really jumps out. That one's quite... No, nothing there. I'm going to say, I'm always on the lookout for maples. There's quite a lot here, wow. I have a couple, but they're very small. So they're going to take a long time to develop. I would love a thicker trunked maple. Wow, look at that one. Beautiful, £100. So you can see these are grafted. Pretty standard for garden centre. Normally done for the health of the tree. And that one you can see the graft still. It's a good graft though. Some good roots. So do not really want any grafted trees. It's just not my... It's not my thing. You see some of these grafts are really quite obvious. And they're not going to look aesthetic as the tree develops. Some grafts, if they're done really well, they can sort of mould into the tree, but then you see some like this one, look. Not great. Can't see anything that jumps out at me, so I'm going to carry on. I'll go this way. I head straight towards the area that I want, otherwise I'll get distracted. And before you know it, I'll have spent £500 before I've even got to where I need to get to. So you can see the far side there, ornamental trees, and then the fruit trees are all over that side too. Lots of different varieties of lavender. So the area I want is up here somewhere. And hopefully they don't follow the lead of supermarkets and move all their stock around, because that would be disappointing. Right, I'm going to leave you there. And let's have a look. So this is where they'll have a lot of their pines, conifers, lots of different varieties, all different sizes as well. And really good prices. I mean, just off the bat, look. $6.99 for that Thuja variety. So I'm really looking for something that I either don't have or catches my eye. Oh, Pinus sembra glauca.
Interesting. Looks like it was grafted. I'm not sure. I always imagine it must be quite a fulfilling job working at Garden Centre. I mean, that is visually striking, isn't it? What is it? Little Lady Mugo. So I've killed every Mugo that I've owned. But the colours on this are pretty amazing. I'm not sure about this structure. Interesting, that's a Little Lady Mugo as well. Totally different colours. And you've got to look at this one. Wow! There's my thumb next to it for size and scale. That is enormous. £40. So they do have a massive selection of Mugos here. Abis Coriana Blue. It's a beautiful looking plant. Just round here, I think they've got some ginkgos as well. I almost bought ginkgo on my last visit. See, that's something that catches the eye. Look at this. What is it? Strobus Squiggles. Weymouth Pine. They've cut the price off. I mean, that. That's all I'm looking for, and I'm not a great visionary when it comes to bonsai, is can I see a future for this tree? And I can actually. I can see a clear future for what I would want this to look like. And it would be a simple canopy style. So I think I'm going to get this. Is it grafted? So we want to dig into the soil a little bit to look at what the that's quite unsightly. However, that would potentially be the front, but you wouldn't necessarily see it. There's another one. I've not looked at this one. Let's have a look. Oh wow. So that's one singular trunk and then many, many branches coming off it. I find these quite difficult. In fact, no, I'm going to go for this one. I find the multi-branch choice is quite difficult because oh. Little robin. Don't know if that's shown on the camera. So, big ginkgos. How much are these? There's no price on that one. Oh my word, they're quite expensive. £65. Not for me, I'm afraid. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick So this area often has much more stock than what they've got. So clearly they've had a successful, busy summer period. And then these are the more of the junior trees, and often these are a bargain. You can pick these up for £4 or £5, I think. Let's have a look at the prices. £7, £7, £7, £7. That's the only one that catches my eye because of its unusual foliage. I'm not sure what it is. Blue feather variety. Annual growth, 8 to 12 centimetres. Distinctive fluffy foliage, I must admit. That foliage is pretty unique. Almost impossible to see a trunk. I'm going to have to get both hands in. Okay, this is the only one where I could see any side of the trunk, and it's a singular trunk, which is good. For me, preferably. The others felt when I stuck my fingers in like multi-trunks. So I'm going to take these two and take these back to the trolley and continue my tour. Right, so now I'm going into the upper right as you walk into the centre. So if you walk in and then head to your right, this section is all shrubs in alphabetical order. So I'm not sure how much of a tour I will do through here because there's absolutely everything you can possibly imagine. But I'm going to E because I want to see if they've got any eucalyptus. And yes, they have. So the eucalyptus are quite reasonably priced. £15. It's quite interesting. I bought a couple of eucalyptus and they are not doing great. I cut them right back and they're hanging on for dear life. Wow, you cannot smell this, of course, but these smell incredible. Quite a few different varieties. It's got cool looking bark. How much is this one? Oh gosh. Again, absolutely soaked. Oh, there's no price on it. That is unfortunate because I think I have to be realistic. I don't really like the trunks, it's just got cool bark, there's no others. Unfortunately. Strange, isn't it? The eyes just get drawn to something. It's got such tight little foliage. Really aged looking. trunk. Look at that. So because I've been here, I think this might be my 4th or 5th time, I've just seen something that looks interesting from afar. I'm being fairly quick. Oh no. No. But you can spend absolutely, well, I have done, I've spent hours here before. Looking at every single plant, tree, shrub. But to be fair, I think I'm happy with the 3 that I've got. And despite the weather, I'm actually really warm. Which is not a good thing for me. You know, I've seen online a few fuchsia bonsai, but whenever I see them in a garden centre, I've never yet seen anything that strikes me as decent bonsai material. I don't know where my trolley is. Oh, it's over there somewhere. Let's have a quick look in here. I didn't go in here last time. I think this is all the tropical trees, just where you want to go when you're struggling with the heat. Wow. I don't know how successful keeping these in the northern part of the country would be. I know down south you can keep some tropical trees outside relatively easily. They would look lovely in a garden. Right, I'm going to head back to my trolley. I think this is a bit of a flying visit, but I think I'm happy. As happy as Scott Matthews can be. My nickname is Mr. Cheerful. Okay, so I've got the 3. I think I'm going to take a stroll. I'll say towards the exit. The exit's still quite far away. And they do have an indoor section of bonsai and tropicals that might be Might be interesting. Last time here I was looking for the herb section, couldn't find it anywhere. And one of the viewers, I forget your name if you're watching this one, said I walked straight past a map. I'm still yet to see a map. It's maybe because I'm looking downwards and not at the walls and posters. So if anybody likes roses, there's an not enormous selection of different types. I am, however, not here looking for a rose, so I will carry on. Drink driving with this leading trolley. Running the risk of hitting someone using it one-handed. Oh, that's the second thing I've hit. At least it wasn't a human. This section's mainly flowering plants. Flowering garden plants, I think. So I'm not going to go down there. Right, I'm going to get inside and look at the indoor section. Right, I'll try and give you a look at indoors without hitting anything. Honestly, make sure you check your trolley before trying to use one for an hour. So this place literally has everything you could imagine. If you want a plastic griller for your garden, maybe. Lots of secateurs, shears, snips. I got my first ever pair of garden snippers from here, actually. I soon realised that they were not suitable. Oh, hit something else. I'll tell you what, if you've made it this far in the video, I hope you're enjoying it, because handling this trolley is making me sweat. It doesn't turn. And then when you want it to turn, and then when you don't want it to turn, it goes off. Right, so obviously most garden centres now have areas like this. Get a nice rug. Toy section. I'm trying not to direct the camera at people. Whole section on diffusers. I've never seen so many different types of diffusers in my life. Home decor. Me in the mirror. Don't know if you saw that. I'm a little bit wary of this part, because it's all well and good knocking it into a £2 flower, but some of these things are mighty expensive. Clothing. I'm basically counter steering with this, which is hard work. You know what I will give this place a great deal of credit for as well? Lots of staff, very helpful, but they leave you to it, which Oh, which is nice. Lounge set. Now £1,800 for some. Oh. 2 chairs and a table, £1,000. How is that table and 2 chairs £1,000, and then you can get this whole set for £2,000? And this one for 1,800. This is beautiful. Oh. Thought it might be stone or something, but it isn't. Okay, here's the tropicals and bonsai section. Let me find somewhere to put the trolley. Okay, the trolley is wedged into a chair. Let's have a look what we've got. So I've got, I don't show it on camera, but I've got about 70 houseplants. Most generally in neglect, if I'm honest. Half price. What have we got? Was 35, now 25. Shit, that's spiky. Pardon my French. Was 35, now 23. Feels like it's not had water in a month. Oh, that one's really pricked my thumb. So these do have a decent bonsai selection from what I recall. Let's have a look. I do like these actually, just the idea behind it. So if anyone's interested in the prices, £27.99. There are some bigger trees. £110. Interesting trunk. Can't quite see the prices on these at the back, but they're substantial. A little group planting, what are we at? Let's have a look. £40 for 5 dawn redwoods. Looking quite healthy actually. Moist, it's good. £50. Probably because of the pot that comes in. Okay, more standard looking. I always wonder how these stay alive in such low light. I hate these just for the graphs that they do on them. So £100 for these ginseng. I mean that actually, how much are we talking? Wow, £175, but just for scale, there's my hand. It's a big boy. Signs that your bonsai need watering. The leaves will wilt, the soil will be dry. How to water. Soaking is good for small to medium specimens. Water your bonsai deeply until water flows out of the drainage holes. Allow the excess water to drain away completely before returning the bonsai to the saucer. So I nipped into the pet store near me the other day to get the dog a bone, and I found the best ficus I've ever seen. Very, very junior. But you know, you sometimes look at a tree and it just has the shape that you envisage already. £5.99. I'll have to take a video of that at some point. I mean, these are all very affordable. £7.99. I think the prices have gone up marginally since I was last here. Some Trace-Cantia, $3.99. I've got one of those that's enormous now, and I think I bought it at that size. They grow so well. Some little Monsteras, $3.99. It's a healthy looking plant. How much for the slightly bigger ones? Also $3.99. I remember now, the last time I was here, the time before the last time, all I really wanted was a Hoya. And I mean, there's different varieties, they have them hanging up, but I wanted a specific type, and I scoured everywhere and found one just before I left. And that is, I found it hard to find a place that it was happy in, but now it's in my study area and it's growing well. That's a pretty cool looking setup. Really quite like that actually, just for the uniqueness. I saw these last time I was here as well, Begonia Ferox Troll. Don't know if the camera will pick it up, maybe if I turn. It looks like it's covered in little teeth. Very unusual looking plant. Lots of different alocasias. I've got a couple of alocasias. In fact, I gave my friend John one, I gave him a corn. And it's now enormous. 7-8 leaves. Okay. I think I'm done. And then lovely looking cafeteria. I won't point my camera at people, but I'll just scan through. Really, really well decorated and presented cafeteria, restaurant. Not sure the prices, I've never eaten here. Look at that. Beautiful. £350. And then selection of carnivorous plants. I've had zero joy keeping any carnivorous plant alive. And I've had these, the Dracaeras, I've had the obvious Venus flytraps, and I had some sort of, I can't remember what it was exactly, some sort of pitcher. And none survived. But what I later learned, and this is what baffles me, these apparently grow in bog-like conditions, and yet here they're dry. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. So getting out of here is not easy. It just goes on and on and on and on. With this trolley that goes 45 degrees, then 180, then in a perfect straight line. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can see why people come here for a lovely day out, wander around the gardens. Oh, I can't turn around to get past them. Lovely day out. Pick up some stuff for the house, maybe some stuff for the garden. Grab some food. Grab some alcohol. And then they've got a beautiful delicatessen at the end as well. which I'll show you. Oh, they've even got some interesting ready meals. A butcher's, a bakery. Look at all these cakes. Look at all these cakes. I've got to have a cake. I've got to. It's the law. Classic. That's too big though, isn't it? Do you reckon I could eat that now in one go? Probably, but I'd rather something a little bit more easy to eat. Cannelloni are one of my favourite desserts. You know, if you get the pistachio ones. Oh my gosh, a good Italian who do good cannelloni is a very, very good find. Bramley apple pie, £4.30 for an apple pie. That feels a little bit. Oh, here we go. There's some smaller cakes. Oh, they're just not what I want. I would want to do a taste test, and I'm not eating a whole cake in a taste test. That's just gluttonous. What's the difference between this one and that one? Carrot cake and carrot cake. So I've never really spoken about food because that's not the purpose of this YouTube channel, but by God do I love food. Traditional flapjack. Fruit slice. You can't see, but they weigh a lot. Maybe I'll stick with lemon cannoli. There's no price on these. £3.49. Aragostine hazelnut chocolate. We're in business. We are in business. Last time I was here, I got the most expensive sausage roll I'd ever had. Well, there we have it. The three trees. This incredibly crazy trunked specimen on the left. Definitely will have inverse taper, but I'm happy. This unusual sort of fairy style pine, and then this one too. So how am I going to close the boot? That is the next question.
guys, food. I always park in the car park, any car park, the furthest away from where I am, because then I never lose the car. I just started recording this and someone pulled up right next to me. There's thousands of spaces, mate. Is it going to happen again? She's going to do it, isn't she? Keep going. Right, so the first thing I bought was a vegetable samosa. I grew up in Leicester, live in Birmingham now, both really multicultural places in Britain where Indian, Asian food is top notch. So this was £1.50. I've obviously already added bite because someone interrupted me, but I've just swilled it down so I can relive the taste again. It's good. Very good. Only thing I like with samosas is if they're a bit crisp, the batter. Okay, next thing, onion bhaji. I know a lot of people watch this who aren't in the UK, so I don't know how widespread onion bhajis are. It's basically onion chopped, some sort of flour, lots of spice, fried. Often quite hot. This smells like a good onion bhaji. Look at the crispiness. Oh, look at this. No. It's dry. It's not hot. Last thing then, hazelnut chocolate Aragostine. Flaky pastry filled with hazelnut chocolate cream. I'm expecting big things from this. I normally buy things like this fresh, so hopefully it is fresh. I need to hurry up because there's people coming. Oh, it smells good. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. Wow. Top tier.